96.7 KCAL rocks. It is Monday, and even if we had a tough sports weekend, we're doing sports with our guy Pep. What's up, Pep?
Listen, I will be straight up honest with you guys. There is no way the Giants should go into Seattle and beat the Seahawks. There's no way. Like, I don't even know what kind of, bizarro world we're living in. There's no way the Giants should go and beat them in Seattle.
Look, when you go up against the storied NFC East this year,
hey, just the team you don't want to face, the scary team that you think is going to do nothing, and of course they punch us in the mouth.
A battle of first place teams, right? Seattle against the Giants. But wait, here, okay. Right. So here's what's even more wacky. So Seattle loses at home, which they never do, to the New York Giants, and that score was 17-12. So they actually held Russell Wilson, quarterback of the Seahawks, in check. Then the Rams turn around. They beat Arizona by 10, 38-28, and Jared Goff looked great in that game. So now we have a natural tie for first place once again in the NFC West with Seattle and the Rams.
You know it's not going to be easy.
I mean, it's going to be real interesting on whether or not we get those two extra playoff teams. Because remember, we already got two extra ones over to 14.
Yes.
But if the NFL needs to go to that week 18, then they're going to expand the playoffs to more teams, to 16.
Yeah, we'll see if that happens. It does appear somehow, some way they're just going to keep fitting it in. Right. For instance, this week, Tuesday Night Football.
Yep.
Yeah, and the NFC West looks like it could really get three teams into the playoffs. Like, there's a real possibility that Arizona sneaks in there. And don't forget the 49ers who the 49ers I think are 2 games back, like in the loss column. I mean, what's not to say the 49ers can't string together a couple wins here and, get back in the chase as well. Like, the NFC West is just that good from top to bottom right now.
I mean, to your point, the 49ers, who are the bottom of your division, have the same record as the Giants, who are first place in their division.
Who knows? The wild NFL.
Right.
Bingo. And speaking of the wild NFL, the Raiders keep hanging around late. They look like a playoff team. I know it was the winless Jets, but they found a way to win. Quarterback Derek Carr, they should just call him the comeback kid. Like, he finds a way more times than not to lead a comeback in the fourth quarter, and it was a game-winning touchdown in the final seconds to beat the winless Jets yesterday.
It does appear that the Raiders are a good playoff team, but it also looks like they're a little bit lucky and stuff's going your way. Sometimes my father always used to tell me, sometimes, Patrick, it's better to be lucky than good.
Hey, that's ugly win is still a win, right?
And they're so hard to figure out. Like, they could have beat the Chiefs twice this season.
Yeah.
And then they turn around and laid a massive egg against a mediocre Atlanta Falcons team. And then they come back, and I know it's the winless Jets, but a win is a win is a win, and they got it done in the final second. So they're hard to figure out, but right now they are definitely in playoff contention.
Much like anything else in Vegas, sometimes you're hot, sometimes you're cold.
Exactly.
Hey, they got the ball to Waller, the tight end. That guy is a matchup nightmare. He is unbelievable.
Yeah, for all you fantasy geeks out there, if you have not picked up Darren Waller yet, he is obviously one of the best tight ends in the game. Like, okay, we'll put Travis Kelce 1, maybe George Kittle 2, but Waller is right there. He's one of the best tight ends, and Derek Carr loves him. He loves getting him the football.
And they had zero answer for him.
Oh, yeah.
Massive game for Darren Waller yesterday against the winless Jets. Now, the Raiders are in the playoff hunt, but the Chargers, speaking of laying eggs, what was it, 45-0 against the Patriots? And listen, the Patriots are fighting for the playoff live, so I know they've got something to play for, but the Patriots shouldn't be that good and that dominant against the Chargers.
I hate to say it, but are they quitting on Anthony Lynn because they know he's going to get fired? I hate to say it.
If you go back to last week after the game, Anthony Lynn basically quit on his team, saying, look, playoffs are not looking like it's going to happen this year. And if your head coach is telling you, look, we're out of it, what do you have left to play for?
Yeah, you got to keep them fired up. You got to keep them looking forward and striving for pride or whatever.
Something.
Play for that kid. He put his ass on the line.
Like we're saying, there is the potential this year that there might be 2 extra playoff spots than already are. So it's like more teams have a better shot at making the playoffs.
Don't be giving up. Scrap and fight for everything.
I know, and you're right. He did say that, and then they come out, against New England, and they didn't do anything. And the talk is out there. The chatter's out there. Like, Anthony Lynn, he's on the hot seat. He's probably in a really bad spot right now because the Chargers just are not rising to the occasion for him.
40 and I said he's not on the hot seat. The seat is incinerated. It's exploded.
We're starting to see a lot of coaches on a lot of hot seats right now.
Look out.
Oh, yeah, he's not the only one. There's a lot of NFL teams that'll be looking for new head coaches during this offseason. But two teams that will not be looking for new head coaches because they clinched playoff spots, and they're obviously two of the best teams in the NFL. The first two teams to clinch playoff spots this season. We got the Chiefs, the defending Super Bowl champions, and we have the New Orleans Saints, both into the playoffs already. And, I mean, I'll say it right now, that could be your Super Bowl preview. I don't know. It could be New Orleans against Kansas City. I know there's going to be a lot of other teams in the mix. But, yeah, both are already into the playoffs.
I like how they stuck to their guns down there in New Orleans and completely changed the offense and went running style and pulled it off rather than go to Jameis Winston and throw the ball all over the place like Drew Brees would have.
I mean, that's the two dominant teams that you're talking about. Funny enough, this week had very low scoring, very close games, and both could have easily lost this week.
That is very much true, but when you can find different ways to win, God, those teams are dangerous.
Right.
Yeah, New Orleans winning without quarterback Drew Brees, and you're right, running the football, using defense. And guys, I was prepared to come on this morning and say, wow, I can't believe the Broncos beat Kansas City like that. But of course, Patrick Mahomes, man, he is a wizard. Like, he just finds a way. Like, if he has the ball last, you are going to lose. The Chiefs are going to win.
He's tricky.
They beat the Broncos, and again, I honestly thought Denver was going to maybe hold them off in Kansas City, but it was not to be. And if you love NFL football on a Monday, we got the old-fashioned double dip of Monday Night Football. We got an afternoon game, so you can play hooky and watch NFL football. We've got the Steelers taking on Washington. That's a 2 o'clock kickoff here in the Inland Empire. And then we've also got the 49ers against the Bills. And again, if you're a Seahawks fan, if you're a Rams fan, you've got interest in this game as the 49ers are going up against a really good Buffalo team who's going to make some noise in the AFC for sure.
40 a football day built for guys like us who get off early.
I love the 2 o'clock games so much more than the 8 o'clock game. Like, if you give me the 2 and the 5, I love it.
And then we have Tuesday pep. I'm pumped.
Yeah, Tuesday we got the Cowboys and Ravens too. Listen, I know, COVID is not a good thing and is really messing with the NFL schedule. But if you're looking for a silver lining, if you're a glass half full kind of guy or gal, we're getting football at 2 o'clock on a Monday. We're getting NFL football on a Tuesday. Right. Like, I'm not complaining.
Some things in life are good.
We're a little rough on the players, but we'll take it as fans.
God, the players hate it.
Absolutely. And finally, guys, as we go to the college ranks, USC, currently ranked number 20 in the country. I think they're going to shoot up a little bit more. They are 4-0 after thumping Washington State yesterday, 38-13. Listen, I know it's a long shot, but USC is quietly having a really strong season. They're going to play UCLA on Saturday. I don't think they sneak into the top 4, but they might be saving Clay Helton's job. They might get to the Pac-12 championship game. They could be your Pac-12 champions. They're pretty good, and they got Inland Empire guys all over the place.
They used Washington State like a stepping stone.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but are SC fans going to see saving Clay Helton's job as a bad thing?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yes, they want him gone, and Washington State could have helped him out.
At least Kono, our local SC fan, who I know does not like their head coach.
No, he's going to be upset. He's going to be like, great, saved his job, great.
You're like, weren't we supposed to lose? Weren't we supposed to lose against Washington State? And everyone else we played? No, they're actually playing really well. Like, they've got a good core right now, and a lot of younger guys that we're going to see for a couple more seasons at USC. So I think the immediate future looks good the next couple of weeks. And then maybe the next year or two, looks like Clay Helton's going to be around. Looks like he's got something going on right now.
Speaking of the wacky future of a sport, what the heck is going on with boxing?
Yeah.
Another big fight announced this weekend. Mayweather is going to be fighting Logan Paul.
Yeah. What do you think of that?
I don't know if I'm into that. Listen, that was a nice knockout. Who was it? Nate Robinson, the former NBA player that Paul knocked out. But to take on Mayweather, like...
See, you did the same thing I did. The Pauls, there's 2 of them.
Oh, there's 2 of them?
Jake Paul, my friends had to break this down for me over the weekend, too. So Jake Paul, the little brother, is the one who just knocked out Nate Robinson. This is Logan Paul, the older brother, who is apparently bigger and stronger than his little brother.
But he's a YouTuber. Dude, Mayweather is not going to lose to a YouTuber.
No, it's not like Mayweather's in any danger, but apparently this is another identical white guy from YouTube who's going to fight another fighter.
Another payday for he's going to love it.
Right.
Money Mayweather.
That's the thing. Like when I hear something like this, I'm like, okay, they're just making a lot of money. Whatever.
If you happen to hate the Paul brothers and you want to see one of them get his ass kicked, February 20th, you'll see Mayweather toy around with him the way he did with Conor McGregor.
Hey, something to look forward to in 2021. Pep, tell them how to get your stuff.
Hey, if you want to find a real YouTuber, go to Inland Sports. You'll find Pep Fernandez. And we're also on social media. That's Inland Sports.
That's right, Pep.
Shots fired.